lots of people's objection to Nigel Farage being on this programme, apart from like his general reputation, his past behaviour, is that one criticism is he is a current politician. Excuse me, he's looking to get back involved in politics at some point if he's going to go and do a PR thing. So it's not just him having a laugh at the end of his career, similar to Anne Widdecombe on Strictly, say.
No.
He's looking to get goodwill. And so on this platform, he can behave as he is, as like a kind of charming, likeable person. And his actions will not be held to account, he'll not be under any scrutiny. And the people are expecting his campmates to put him under some scrutiny. And that list is Grace Dent and Nella Rose and Sam Thompson from Made in Chelsea.
Well, Sam Thompson's got a heck of a job ahead of him, hasn't it? I'm glad we brought in the big guns.
Sam Thompson looking to become the presenter of Newsnight after this.
Yeah.
I think there's too much pressure on Sam Thompson to take this to stop Nigel Farage in his tracks.
Yeah.
Once and for all.
You think that they've given him what? Too much responsibility?
Yeah, I think if people are I don't think anyone seriously expects them to do that, but there is always, when politicians go in and do this, there is always like a staged like interview almost, like Charlene White did it with Matt Hancock last year, and that would have been a producer thing saying, well, we need to have some kind of criticism of Hancock. Who are you going to get to do it this year?
Well, okay, so what I think about the Hancock comparisons. So obviously a lot of people have been, making this comparison to Matt Hancock, who went on I'm a Celebrity last year to effectively launder his reputation or to alter the public perception of him, and he received quite a large sum of money and he wanted to go on there and explain why he took the decisions he did during the COVID pandemic. And that was a very self-interested push to launder his own reputation, much like his endeavours while he was in government. There's a very big difference between Hancock and Farage. They are two completely different personalities. The personality that Hancock presented last year on I'm a Celebrity, or the person he tried to portray, that is not him. No. That is not his personality. No. That was a mask. The person that you saw last night on I'm a Celebrity, that is exactly who Nigel Farage is. That is him, his authentic self. He is very personable. He is very good at, problem solving and getting on with people. And he is not, there was a few write-ups or tweets actually I was looking at. The write-ups didn't quite do this, but they said, he's going to find himself very alone and pushed out of the group and isolated. This is not a man who cares about that. He's done this his whole life. He's always been the rogue campaigner. That's not going to bother him.
I also don't believe that they will shun him.
No, neither do I.
It's not on like a human level. Even if you disagree with his politics, you're not going to be like, well, Nigel, here's your rice and beans. Thank you I know you've got 10 stars in the challenge today, but no turkey for you. Whatever. I don't think they will do that at all. What do you think about him being on this programme at all? People have been criticised ITV for platforming. Well, it's really, the main criticism is it's about Hancock and Farage. They've taken the brunt of this criticism, despite politicians have been involved in I'm Celebrity in the past with Nadine Dorries, Katie Dugdale, Lembit Opik.
Oh, you're not going for the big hitters.
Sorry, Mr. Cheeky Girl himself. And then you have other kind of things like Johnny Mercer is on Banged Up, the Channel 4 series, which I think is a really good TV programme. But there's no real criticism of Mercer's appearance on it. Yeah.
Do you know who we did not criticise enough for being on that programme? Is Neil Parish.
Yes.
What on earth?
For people who don't know, Banged Up is this really good, I really like it, TV series where HMP Shrewsbury was shut down 10 years ago and they filled it with ex-reformed prisoners who've been asked to behave as they would in a prison, and they put celebrities in like Ricky from EastEnders and Neil Parish.
Peter Hitchens?
Peter Hitchens, sorry, yeah, no, that's the best part. Peter Hitchens is there.
Ricky from EastEnders.
Ricky from EastEnders.
That was your most memorable.
I think he's one of the main characters. He's in it. I'm only like halfway through, but he's in it. He's been very present in my watching.
If you had to be in a prison cell
with
Neil Parish, Ricky from EastEnders, or Peter Hitchens, who would you choose?
Probably Ricky from EastEnders.
Really?
He seems the most normal.
Do you think?
Yes, one's Peter Hitchens, one watched porn in the House of Parliament.
I'd love to be in a room with Neil Parish and just sit there being like, what the fuck was that? Like, what was that? Let's get to the bottom of this, mate. What was that?
But you don't criticise Johnny Mercer for doing that. And Johnny Mercer did the Celebrity Hunted.
Yeah.
And he's always on telly and never comes under the same scrutiny. Is that because he's done nothing as controversial as Hancock and Farage?
Well, people are very selective with their criticism, aren't they? I mean, you could make a quite good argument that Neil Parish, who always voted with the government whip, de facto introduced some extremely aggressive immigration policies, also voted against universal free school meals, voted for stronger protest laws. You can make quite a strong argument that they are de facto those arguments, but because there isn't a Twitter storm around them, because people haven't told you, then you're a bit more au fait with it, or a bit quieter about it, you know?
I suppose we'd be remiss to not mention that Farage has associated himself with pretty odious characters throughout his political career and some odious politics, and that is like a main objection to why it's been platformed.
No, but we know that, don't we?
Yes, no, we do. I think we should tell them that we know that.
Oh, right.
That's my point.
Oh, guys, we know.
We know. We don't need like.
We're trying to talk to you from like the level of like we know, or you know that we know that you know, and so we can have a bit more of a discussion that's not just like us going, "I'm so upset."
Who's that impression of?
I don't know. I was going to like hold my nose as if I was like some, sneering commentator, but I didn't know what that meant. No, I'm trying to have a nuanced discussion with you here.
Yes, but I suppose you have to paint the whole nuance to the edges, the broad strokes too. But
the other side of the coin of that is the arguments for, well, why on earth is ITV platforming him? And it's like, guys. He's on Newsnight all the time and on Question Time, and he is on your TV screens every single night. It's not like, oh, we've just dragged up Enoch Powell. We've exhumed him.
Do you know who we should actually, as a contestant in I'm a Celebrity this year, we're having the National Front. Every single member is getting an unfettered platform.
Do you know what would actually be really fun? I'd like to go on I'd like to go on I'm a Celebrity, but as Margaret Thatcher. So I'm constantly like in a seance with Margaret Thatcher, and I'm doing the tasks as her, and I'm replying as her. So they'll be like, can you eat this serpent's eye? And I'll be like, 1 second, Margaret. Margaret, what do you think?
What would you have me do?
And then she'd be like, I'd have to like go into one of those excavated things that they build, and they put snakes in there, and then she'll come back to me and she'll say, we're not going in there, we closed the mines. And I'll go, yes, you're right.
She just thinks anything in the ground is a mine.
Yeah.
She has no understanding of what a mine actually is.
No concept of it whatsoever.
Her daughter won it, did she not?
Margaret Thatcher's daughter.
Carol Thatcher, I'm pretty sure, won I'm a Celebrity in like 2004.
Who knew that you had such good I'm a Celeb law?
I used to watch, like, as a child, I was a religious I'm a Celeb year.
Really?
Yeah, it was great.